Hi everyone, this is Cajun with Cajun Gaming. Hope you're doing well. And we're going to be taking a look at this time at a game called Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. This is a shipbuilding and construction game where you put ships together, learn about the various guns and the placement of weapons on a ship and how it can affect it, and also then putting those ships into actual combat situations and seeing how they handle themselves. And it's got a campaign and as well that you can go through, a historical type of campaign. And so anyway, let's take a look at this game at this time. Okay, everyone, here we are into the Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Again, this is a ship building construction game and then combat. You get to try out those ships that you put together in actual combat. Here we are in the opening screen, so you can see some of the options that you have. They have what they call a naval academy, and you can go through and learn the various things about the game, about ships and stuff like that, target practice, first turrets. But these take you through some actual historical ships and allow you to put them together and then take them out and fight with other ships in combat. And so there's apparently 56 of these academy things that you can do. And so this is a part of your learning the game. Then they have custom battles that you can put together. I would imagine building your own fleet, maybe against another fleet of ships or whatever. They have a campaign that you can go through, and the campaign is a historical again campaign taking you through World War One and maybe even through World War Two, as you put together ships and go through various exercises with actual combat of other ships that you might encountered or that were historical events that you get to kind of relive. And so again, you can do a new campaign or continue a campaign that you've already started. News about the game, course settings and credits and all of that kind of stuff. So just give you an idea of the feel of the game here. We probably ought to go into maybe Naval Academy and just take a look here at maybe something that we could do here quickly. All of these things have different. This one takes like 30 minutes. It shows you a little bit the funds that you have available, what you're going to, the enemy, one battleship, and the total time limit. Most of these little exercises have time limits on it, so you've got to, in this case, I think, destroy a heavily armored target, and you've got to do it within 30 minutes. Okay. And so you've got to build a ship that's going to be capable of sinking an enemy ship. This is the win condition here: sink all enemies. And again, we're just dealing with one ship here at this particular time. So let's go ahead and take this one's 30 minutes. Let's see, do we have a shorter one? We've already done this one. We can just do the target practice one maybe. So let's try this one out and see if it'll let me do it. So you begin usually with a basic hull. They've got some different types here that you can select from. I don't know, will it let me select from these? Okay, so this is and then you got a new design that you can put together. Here is your displacement, so your weight of the ship that you can maximum weight tonnage here. This one has 14.5. A lot of times you want to probably max that out. So we got at 16.5. You notice how it changes the hull when you do that. And then the speed of the ship and all of that. Let's go ahead and get down here at the bottom. Is where, now you can scroll this down over here. It shows you about cadets and quarters and all of those components that make up your ship right at the moment. We're going to add armament and some equipment and stuff here. So one of the first things you'll do is you'll have to put in a main tower. And so then you click on that, and then you got some options here. Each of them shows the tonnage and then the price of that tower. And so these are all front towers. Then you'll have rear towers as well. But let's just select one of these, and then it'll There's only one place where they can lock in, and so you can put that in there. Again, you can zoom in, move your ship around to take a look at it. And so we lock that in. Then you have a secondary tower. This is the rear tower here. Just go ahead and pick a middle one here, and then lock that in. All right, so we got the front and the rear. All right, now we're ready for the funnels. And so got several different designs. Again, we're just going to pick one here. Let's go with a dual. And let's see about putting that in. Now you'll notice here you've got your some things here about weight, costs. For weight, you got to keep an eye on that. Notice here when I move this back and forth, the for weight offset. And you want to keep that as close as you can to just 0. You don't want to go aft weight or for weight, too much. Let's start off here in the middle. We may have to adjust it when we get some guns put in. Okay. All right. Now, barbettes, those are kind of like a riser for your gun turrets. You notice those are all blacked out, so you can't use them right here at this particular time. Let's go ahead and go on with the main guns. So we got this one center line gun here available. Click on it, whoops, and it'll give you some options of different types. These are 9-inch guns, 10-inch guns, 11-inch guns, 12-inch guns, and these are all doubles, you'll notice here. And so let's put in a couple of 10-inch guns, and then we got 10-inch single barrel or 10-inch dual barrel guns. Let's try to dual barrels, and let's put one in on the front, and let's put one in on the back. All right. Now, again, notice, keep an eye on this, because as you add stuff to it, we're going to have to shift something around to try to keep our ship as centered and level as we can in the sea. You got secondary guns that you can put in at some point if you want to put in some of these, and you'll have to probably find some way of locking that in. Some of these ships are not capable of doing that, so probably not going to be able to use that. But then you get down these casemate guns, and there are several options of where you can put these in. So click on that. You got 2-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch barrel guns. Again, this is the diameter of the shells that you'll be able to fire through these guns. Let's just take like 5-inch. And when you double click on that, it gives you all kinds of options where to place these guns. So you can put them here, here. And when you put one on one side, it automatically puts another one in on the other side for you. So let's put in some here. You notice the one comes in on the other side. You can turn around there. You can see it over there. All right. And then let's just go ahead and go down the side of the ship here. And let's put in some back here then. All right. And so now we've got one on each side there. Let's just go ahead and put it there, there, and there. So we got 5-inch guns all the way up in the sides of both sides of this ship now. All right. Now we can add in some more. Let's maybe talk about a 3, and we could put in a couple of 3s here, maybe there and there on each side or something like that. We could go in and put in a couple of 3s. Oh, I thought I had a spot up here that we could do that. Okay. I think we'll just leave it like that for now. All right. Now, once you get the ship put together, okay, now you notice here the for weight is way off. So we need to see about maybe trying to move this around to offset that. So we can move that. Man, we have to move it all the way back. I wonder why it's so much like that. Alright, let's try putting that back there. Let's see if I can move this back or something. Is that going to adjust that? No. It's not going to do much to that. Okay, so I don't know why that's so far off. But 2.9 is not too bad. Oh, there, yeah. 2.9 is not too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and launch this thing and see how she does in this particular match. It's got little trivia stuff here that you can read throughout the game, just kind of talking about historical ships and stuff. So we are with the Spanish Empire. We've got one battleship, and we're going to go against the French Empire and their battleship. All right, so here we are. We're already in combat. You can now down here you got some options. Letting the AI control the game, the computer control it, or you can control it yourself. You can steer it over here. Notice how it changes the direction of the arc of the ship, where it will go. So we're going to do that. In this particular case, the ship is on this trial. This first mission, the ship doesn't fire back at you or anything. But you got to sync it again in 14 minutes. So you got a countdown up here. The clock is counting down on us. And so we got to try to destroy this thing in less than 14 minutes. Now you can, on these guns, you can put it on save, which will save the gun ammo. That can be hit with, fires only when the targets can be hit with high probability. You can put it on normal. And so you can conserve the gunfire in a balanced manner. A lot of times I put it on aggressive, so it just fires. It keeps firing. Alright, so it shows you here. Now again, you can lock in on the ship here, and you can get some, you can see up there. You can click on it and get up here on it. Up here. This is shows you the damage that it's taking. Get back to our ship. We don't have any damage, of course, because we're not getting fired upon. I love watching the shots and stuff. Again, you can move your camera around, follow the ship. You can zoom in to some degree anyway. Now, probably what we need to do is just slow her down since we're not getting fired upon. We just want to go around and just fire. You notice we got how this thing is going around in an arch kind of around it. Keep doing that. Might take it out a little bit. Something like that. Ooh, there you go. Those are big hits there. Oh, see, it's in red now. Pretty soon, some of those squares will turn blue, which means it's taking in water. Shows you the hit chance and everything over there and the shoot info when you highlight the ship there that you're shooting at. Some of the shells will actually ricochet off of the ship. Now in this particular case, since we're just kind of target practicing here, which is what this particular mission was about, you could even slow down and stop the ship if you wanted to, your ship, and just sit there and keep firing at it. There you go. A couple more big hits. It's not taking in water yet. Now on the target practice aspect here, this particular mission, you can't use torpedoes. A lot of these ships have torpedoes that you can launch, but here they've got it blacked out because you don't use them here on this target practice mission. You can back out here. It'll show you when you're doing some of the other missions, the area for torpedoes, and then for each gun, it'll show you the area, the range that those particular weapons have. Again, this is our ship up here that we're looking at. We're not taking any damage. Here's our two guns. You can see the load rate in order to fire, how long it takes. As soon as those get completed, then they'll fire. There go the big guns. Those things can take a lot of damage. It takes a lot of hits to sink one. We're already down to 8 minutes now. Now see, it said ricochet there. Some of those smaller shells will ricochet off the side of the armor there on that ship. Now you notice there that it's starting to take a little water now in the back part of that ship. So it's starting to take on a little water. There we go. A couple more big hits there. Of course, you can see their meter there starting to go down. We'll be close though. We still got 7.5 minutes to try to sink it. Now this shows you all the guns on that particular ship. They've got 10-inch, 8-inch, some 4-inch and 3-inch guns on that. Alright, they're loading up. Get ready to fire again here. Big hits there. Yeah, it's talking about the flooding. Those ricocheted off. That one penetrated. All right, let's turn that around a little bit more. There we go. Still not really taking on that much water yet. Now eventually some of the missions you'll have of course a fleet of ships that you're trying to navigate and command and do various things with. We still got 4.5 minutes here to try to sink this thing. There's a couple big hits. But I notice, they take on a little water and then it goes back down. It goes through various stages. I don't think we're going to get it sunk. We're running out of time. We're getting ready to fire again here. Love watching those big guns especially go off. Turn that back around, keep circling this thing. Yeah, we're down to almost 2 minutes. Can speed up the game, so let's speed that up to 3 times. Circling around. See us on fire. A couple different places. I don't know if it's going to sink. I think it is. We're down to just a few seconds left. Alright, our time is running out. Okay, so here we are here. Nobody sunk anybody. So we failed that mission because we were supposed to sink that ship. So anyway, yeah, you'd want to come back then and probably redo, maybe put heavier guns on the front and maybe heavier guns on the side, whatever you can to stay under the weight. We still had, about 700 tons to work with, so we could have added some weight to the ship with some bigger guns maybe. So anyway, that's what you do in those in this part of the Naval Academy. Again, on the campaign, just to give you an idea of what that's about, you'll have a map. Again, this is between England and Germany, World War I. And so here we have the different ports where your ships are at. Over here's Germany, and there'll be battles that'll take place out here, and you'll have various ships involved in those battles, and so you can go and do that, or you can just hit next turn. But there's some strategy here with finances and setting all of this up. to train your crews or your tech budget, or trying to earn more money through transportation. There's a research thing that you can do here, and you can set up your research for various things associated with your ships. Um, get into ship design and all of that kind of stuff. And then here's your fleet that you have as a part of whatever, whether you choose to be uh, English, or whether you choose to be the Germans. And so, anyway, there's a whole campaign that you'll go through there in developing your navy and the various battles that'll be a part of that situation. So anyway, hopefully this gives you a little idea about this game. Again, it's about constructing these battleships and learning how to place the various gun turrets and stuff on them, and what they're capable of doing, and then putting them into actual combat against other ships. And so hopefully this is useful to you if you're considering this game. Well, we hope you enjoyed this look at Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel here. Also, would like to invite you over to my Twitch channel, Cajun01, and join us there for some live videos that we do on a regular basis. But until next time, this is Cajun with Cajun Gaming saying we'll catch you later.